Lou, hey, good to see you. Before we talk basketball, because you have been kind of so outspoken about the reason why you were hesitant about playing here with social justice, I wanted to ask you about your thoughts about Jacob Blake and whether that had re-sparked a discussion among the team the last 48 hours about what can be done.
Yeah, honestly, this is going to be the only statement I make tonight. I think as far as the basketball games go, I think that was self-explanatory. I want to send prayers and a shout out to the Blake family. It's unfortunate we're in this bubble and we're still dealing with these issues. You know, we came here to bring awareness and use our voices for other guys, and sadly, we're here and it's still happening. You're still seeing unarmed black men get shot in the streets. Um, it's ridiculous at this point, you know. And I think it's difficult being here. It's difficult being here when things like that is happening. You kind of feel helpless in a way. You can use your voice, but you know, I think our presence is much more felt. So, you know, to all of our brothers out there in the streets that's going to protest these things, that's going to fight for different legislation, for prison reform and those things, I think it's very important. So it's just sad. It's just sad, you know. Outside of our jerseys, you know, we're black men, and so it's really a scary encounter to run into police officers right now, and it's just unfortunate. So that's all I got to say tonight.
Hey, Kawhi, congrats on the win. It looked like Paul was really aggressive, looked like he was really getting to his spots. How'd you feel about his overall approach tonight?
I feel like he's been aggressive the whole entire series. He just didn't make shots. I mean, now you're saying he was aggressive because he made shots. But he's been playing that way this whole series, and they fell for him tonight.
Anyone else has a question, please raise your hand. Andrew Greif. We'll go to Andrew.
Kawhi, I'm sorry, I just got here. I'm sorry if you've been asked this already, but Doc was just speaking very emotionally about Jacob Blake and why he feels so sad that Black people keep having to answer these questions about their relationship with police. What has the discussion been like the last 48 hours since the Blake shooting among the team? And do you feel like you guys can do as players any more than you already are just by talking about this?
I mean, it's probably my first time hearing it, to be real. I don't have social media and I don't check the internet a lot. And, you know, but I mean, it's super sad to know that, you know, we got all this campaigning or protest going on, and, you know, police are still shooting unarmed black men. You know, it's just been like that since I was a child. So, you know, we can't really do too much. You know, the guys here right now, need those officials that, you know, hire these policemen, put the right people in the office so, you know, they can make this change. And, you know, all we could do is talk about it. And, you know, since we're in this, you know, NBA campus right now, and then just educate people on what's going on so that people on the outside could protest and speak on it. And, you know, hopefully, you know, whoever's running these cities and these states and people that talk on the country, you know, Supreme Court, etc., they can make some changes.
Let's move over to Julio.
But talking a little bit of what's going on right now in the country, is this place a distraction on the court for you guys on the playoffs? When things like this keeps going on in America, does this place a distraction for you guys on the court?
You know, I mean, I guess a little bit, but, you know, there's only so much we can do. And you know, we still got a job to do. I don't know. I mean, all this Black Lives Matters, we just keep speaking and nothing's happening. So I don't think those policemen went to jail yet that, you know, shot Breonna Taylor or George Floyd. I'm not sure yet. So we just got to make some changes, man.
All right, thank you, Paul.
Trez, how you doing, sir?
What's up with it?
Cool. We'll start with Farbod.
How's it going, Trez?
What's up?
Paul George had mentioned that the bubble had gotten to him a little bit, and Doc had mentioned that, he sat down with him after Game 4 and had a long talk with him. How good was it for you as his teammate and his brother to, see him get back into form today?
First of all, I just think we gotta bring every bit of attention that we have to a lot of the police brutality that's still going on. Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and the new African-American male in Wisconsin, man, just, being shot 7 times in the back, and you was, just breaking up an altercation, man. We had a loss for words right now. So, first I just want to address that before basketball. Just what I had to get off my heart in general. But as far as the game, PG did a great job, man. He just went back to himself. I think us spending time together yesterday playing video games and just him getting away from the game and basketball in general really helped him out a lot, man. He was just able to just be free and just enjoy himself as a man, as a person.
We'll move over to Nick.
Thanks, Rez. Congratulations on the win. You spoke about just trying to gather yourselves, obviously what's going on outside of the bubble. What is your message, just not only just to the family, but just to us out here in America, as far as just trying to have some type of hope and trying to change things so we don't continue to have to go through some of these issues and some of these events, unfortunately?
To be honest with you, I mean, I'm not the one that really can give you the blueprint to that. It's a lot that has to be done and changed. I got to change things in myself. I was in an instance with a player from the Dallas Mavericks and Luka, and the words that I said was misinterpreted and taken as racism, and things that I'm still dealing with now, even on the internet. I'm hearing some of the craziest things of people talking about my family, my kids, my grandmother, but it's fine. I don't feed into that stuff, man. You can say whatever you want to on the internet, man. I'm still gonna be me, man. I talked to him, we hashed it out like men, and he had no problem with it. So as far as the other people, man, y'all feel how y'all feel, but that's just one example, man. Like I can't give you the blueprint because I'm still working on it as a man myself. I'm still working on being a better person and a better father and a better role model for the people that's around me. But it's gonna take more than just me. It's gonna take more than just us in this basketball bubble. I mean, we can bring knowledge to it because we're here and everybody's eyes is on this, but it's gonna have to be a lot more change than just what we're doing and the message that we're either wearing on our jerseys or just trying to, put in front of people to see.
Thank you.
We'll move over to Dan Wyke. Dan?
Hey, Trez. To ask you about the game a little bit tonight, obviously the numbers were great in the second half and all that stuff, but I think you played 5 minutes in the first quarter and scored 2 points. You came out of the game and the bench exploded for you. What happened in that stretch, and how important was it for you to have that kind of stretch of contribution without seeing the ball go in the basket?
To be honest with you, man, I got outside of myself and, from talking to coach and just, holding conversations with him and, I just had to get outside of my own head, man. I'm my own worst enemy. I get it from my dad and just how he instilled the game of basketball and teaching me. But, the guys was real happy for me and hyped for me because I was doing all the little things that didn't show up in the stat sheet. Charges, rebounds, block shots. I did all those little things that didn't come up on the stat sheet, but my team noticed every bit of it.
How much of that, Trez, in a series, especially, with size and everything changing, how much of that is just feeling out a team and finding kind of the creases where you can make plays?
To be honest with you, I'm still just, I had to get back in shape. I had to pick up the different plays that my guys have added to the playbook and things like that. I've been going for a month, man. I had to deal with somebody who was very dear to me and means the entire world to me, you know, and this is my grandmother. So I had to handle the home situation and get my mind right first. And then when I got back, I felt like it was just more so about me getting into shape. Like I run so much and play at a high level. As you can see, I was kind of getting back to the normal field and the normal flow tonight, but that's just how I always play. So when you play at that high clip of a level and you take, you know, almost a whole month where you didn't play in any regular season games and you come back to a playoff game, it's hard to try to get back into the flow and get back into that in-game shape that you had before you left. And, you know, I had to quarantine for 7 days, so it was a lot that went into that factor. But I don't use that as an excuse. I came out here to play. I came out here to listen up for my team. And, you know, the first couple of games, I was in and out of getting back to what I normally do, you know, which wasn't right for my team. And tonight, I just want to come out here and just do anything and everything I can in my power to just help us get a win, man. So I started on the defensive end and started with, you know, what gets my motor going, and that's just being all over the place, playing active, and just, you know, leaving all on the floor how I do.
Thanks. We'll move over to Andrew Greif.
Hey, Trez, you know, so I feel like several times this year, Kawhi has talked about how when you spend a lot of time around teammates, it helps you be able to speak more honestly to them when they're going through good times, bad times, whatever. From being around Paul, getting to know him the last 13 months, I'm curious, like, how did that help you guys approach him the last 48 hours or so and speak honestly to him about what you wanted to see from him and feeling like he would take that in a positive way?
It wasn't up to us. You know, we have a great coach. We have a championship caliber coach in Doc, and he did that. You know, we didn't have to do anything. Us as players, us as brothers, us as teammates just wanted to, you know, be there for him and for him to just get outside his own head because, like he said, he's in a bubble. We're in a bubble. When you go back to your room, there's no family there. Your wife's not there. Guys who have girlfriends, they're not there. Your kids aren't there. You know, it's nobody but you and your thoughts. So we just wanted to kind of just get him out of that, man. Just get him out of the room, just play video games, just constantly be around him to show him that we here with him. And I think they did a great job for him because he went out and played carefree basketball, and that's the best PG that we could ever have. We don't want him thinking the inside of his head because he's already a great player. You know, a lot of people are talking about him and saying things about him because his caliber of play. They know who he is. So, I mean, it's a blessing and a curse at the same time, but he responded today, and I look for him to continue to keep doing it as we go forward.
Trez, I gotta follow up. What video games did you play with him?
We played the new Madden 21.
Thank you, Trez.
Yes, sir.
One last one we have time for from Ohm.
Hey, Trez, you know, Paul George was just saying that he underestimated the mental health aspect of being in the bubble and being in a really dark place these last 3 games. And with you and so many other guys going through so much, what have you learned about your teammates that maybe this wouldn't have happened in a normal season without everything you guys have been through of you guys coming together and form a bond? What have you learned about your guys?
Honestly, that, you know, this is a family, man. We're tied together and we're all locked in and trying to get to one goal, man. We're all here, and we know that this is all we got. Nobody else is coming into this thing. We're not waiting for nobody else to come back. This is all we got, man. So we got to treat that and go forward each day like, you know, what we're actually preaching because that's the truth. So in general, man, we bring in our huddles, whether game, practice, no matter what it is, and we break it down. We say 1, 2, 3 family because that's what we're bought into. You know, that's what we're looking at this as, and we're just trying to keep better. We're just trying to keep getting better and just trying to keep growing, man. That's all we can do.
Thanks, Trez. You have a good night.
Yes, sir. Y'all too.
Take care.